If somebody tells me their family doesn't have drama, I'm surprised.
Right.
So tell me about yours. What's the worst drama you ever had? I mean, I'm going to probe just because.
Our worst drama is probably related to drinking. Okay. You know, Candace and me drinking, you know, and that it can escalate and stuff like that.
Does that lead to violence ever?
Violence? I mean, there's been some violence, yeah, but I mean, I got in trouble there a while back over that stuff. But I was the one getting beat up.
Okay. So, how long ago was that?
And when I first come back from Utah, you know, we had Allie left Jose there, just dumped him out there and left him.
And who's Allie?
Allie and Hunter.
Oh, that same people.
Yeah, okay. She wanted to be with that Jose guy, and she just dumped him off at her house.
Who's Jose?
He's just some guy that I don't know where he come from, but.
And how long ago was that?
I don't know, a year.
So it's been a year ago. There's a guy named Jose. How well did you know Jose?
Sir?
How well did you know him?
I don't know him at all.
So he stayed at your house for a while?
He stayed at my house while I was in Utah.
Okay.
And my wife was trying to make me jealous, so I'd come back. And it worked very well. So I packed up everything in Utah and come back, and I flew across the country in my little truck and got back, and we was having a few drinks one night, and we almost started fighting, but he was calling me a cheater, said I did this and said I did that, and
in your house.
And every time he'd say something, my wife would push me. And he'd say something else, my wife would push me. She just kept shoving me. About the, 5th or 6th time that she shoved me, I had a beer bottle right here, and so I pushed it out of the way, and I grabbed that beer bottle, and I was going to hit that guy. But instead, I just threw it somewhere else. So they called the cops, and so one thing led to the other when the cops got there, and they told them I had a gun in the glove box, which I did. I said, yes, sir, I do. It's a black powder gun, which I'm allowed to have, but they can't have it in my vehicle.
Right.
And I kind of forgot about that, but to me, with everything going around in our area, it was the safest place and most effective place to have it. If something happened to one of our kids or something. Sure. Yeah. But we realize alcohol and all that stuff's not good. And
where were the kids during all this?
Probably downstairs.
You think when you say probably, you know they were, or you just weren't cognizant of it?
I don't know where they were exactly. Yeah, I don't. It was later in the evening, so I'm assuming they're downstairs watching a movie or something. Okay.
How'd that resolve? How'd that get fixed?
Oh, they took me to jail. My mother-in-law told them I put real bullets in the gun, so I was facing 10 years, mandatory minimum.
How'd that get resolved?
I had to hire the crazy thing about that whole thing was I'm facing 10 years minimum mandatory, and I said, Your Honor, please award me. I'm begging you. And you know that man awarded me? Well, I don't know.
So what's an award for?
On the Congress. No bond, just promise to appear, and I couldn't believe that, but that man awarded me. He sure did.
Yeah. You got blessed.
Yes.
Somebody's looking out for you.
Yes. So I was able to get a gunsmith. They told me to get a gunsmith and show them that was a black powder gun, which I was able to do. So they dropped it all down to a misdemeanor, and I was so happy. I was like, please, let me sign it before they change their mind.
Yeah. So I'm sure that didn't fix the problem with you and Candace, though.
Well, no. That night, Candace's mother told him to pack his stuff up and get out of there and leave. And so she hauled him out of there that night.
And how long ago was it? About a year, you said?
Yeah.
You seen him again? Have you seen him since?
No.
How old is he about?
I have no idea.
20s, 30s, 40s?
40,
Has Candace talked to him since?
No. She didn't want nothing to do with him. She was just trying to make me jealous to come back home.
Okay.
Because I was trying to talk them into moving back to Utah.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to do. I had a good job up there, and I wanted to sell the property and move back up there, but she didn't want no part of it. So she won, I guess.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yes, it is.
But that's fine, as long as she loves me, that's all good.
So did this guy have anything, did he ever interact with Summer?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I'm sure they did. I mean, you know.
How long was he there?
I have no idea. Allie, when I went to Utah, they went out of state, but Allie and them wanted to spend some time with them. They were, you know, all the kids in there for a few days and had their fun or whatever they did. I don't know. And so everything was fine up to the point that I don't know what happened between Allie and that dude. I have no idea. But she dumped him off there and left.
So I'm going to some more hard questions for you. Did you have anything at all to do with your daughter's disappearance?
Sir?
Did you have anything to do with Summer's disappearance?
No, sir.
Do you have any idea where she might be?
I wish to God I did. If I did, we'd go get her. I'd call TBR or whatever and say, look, I did this, I did that, I messed up. Can we please go get her now? I would have done that a long time. I would have done that day one.
Do you have any
No
reason?
point in lying.
Do you have any reason to believe your wife knows anything?
No, I don't think so at all. She's too tore up.
Do you think she'd tell you if she did?
Yeah.
If she been in a state where you could ask her that and she may not remember if you were.
I've asked her many times, what about this? What about that?
What about what?
You know, like what about her mother? You know, and then this or that. And what about this person? Her mother's ex lover, some woman. You know, I asked her that the other night, and she says she's already in her own folks' home. No, she loved her daughter. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah. So what do you think happened to her?
She was kidnapped.
Do you think there's something that you did that caused somebody to behave that way?
Well, with criminals, you don't really have to do anything. And I don't, you know, this has been brought up before. You know, maybe I owed some drug debt or something. I'm like, I got money in the bank. I don't need, you know, no.
Who would think you have a drug debt?
I have no idea. Well, this is what TBI asked me.
Sure. They're going to look at everything.
Right.
Yeah. So you're in
And
the
at that time, I had $3,000 in the bank. Why would I?
Yeah. So you think somebody got her?
For sure.
How would they do it, do you think?
It'd be easy enough to sneak up that dog trail and stay hidden in a tree line. You wouldn't hardly be able to notice anybody there, especially if they had camo on. You wouldn't even see them. And it just have to wait for the right